Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And man, it has been a crazy day. A16Z, Coinbase, and quite a lot of other companies have come out now against this FinCEN's proposed crypto wallet rules. And basically, I noticed a lot of these centralized exchanges and just places who keep money from investors that, you cannot control the keys for yourself. They're all having freaking the sweats break out. So today's sponsor is actually really a cool solution to that, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But let's first take a little bit of a deeper dive into this article. So yes, I might have already mentioned this a couple of times before, but what it basically refers to is the fact that Coinbase and A16Z and almost any company that has control over coins, so literally almost every exchange out there, is basically having an issue where everybody who has money there wants to take it out has to then verify that it's really their wallet. And they have to go through quite an elaborate process, which is very annoying, definitely if they pull this through. Of course, quite a lot of exchanges are already against it, putting in their 2 cents. However, it did make me think again. Exchanges like Coinbase, for example, they actually have quite an inherent risk because you, as an individual, are putting your money, you're placing your hard-earned cash in their pockets to hold. Because the reason I'm saying that is really kind of scary is because it's a push only. And really, with Coinbase, there's really no regulation from the blockchain itself. It is basically just a centralized authority called Coinbase that has control over your currencies. It's not like a smart contract or anything like that, where you can literally see what is happening, for example. But moving on, because that is one part, but you guys already know that, I think. Economics professor Tyler Cohen says crypto's useful as hedges or forms of payments, but not both. Tyler Cohen, an economist and professor at George Mason University, has suggested that the key to use cases of currencies are mutually exclusive. He argues that crypto can either be important inflation hedging tools or useful forms of payment, but not both. And he has a certain point. And once you start to think about the point he has, it's like, okay, so do we want crypto to be a store of value like gold? Or do we want it to be a normal currency that you can use for anyday thing? They basically cannot be both things, because if they are, it would kind of defeat the purpose of it. Currency basically is supposed to be kind of stable in the sense that you can pay with it and you're not going to pay double the amount the next day. But also, it should hopefully stay quite, usual in strange circumstances, in the sense that these hedge against inflation would basically go contra to what the US economy would be doing, logically speaking. If the US dollar were to be doing good, the cryptos should be doing bad, and vice versa. However, if you want to buy goods in a country that's, for example, America, it would actually get more and more expensive than if you want to pay with cryptocurrencies, the better your country is doing, which would be very odd, right? And the worse your country is doing, the better off you're using these coins. To a certain degree, I do get the nuance that Tyler is making here. However, to a certain other degree, I'm like, well, it can be both. However, what the main purpose of it would be, we can say that it should be split up. But what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments section down below. Then Bitcoin recovers from overnight plunge, but it is in a dangerous position. Yes, I think we all know Bitcoin right now is in a very dangerous position, as quite a lot of people were saying that 34,000 was going to be it before we would see another plummet. Even I was saying 34,000 before falling back down. Luckily, it did happen. On the contrary, I'm like, well, we can't actually keep pushing on forward because retail hype is not really here just quite yet. And thus, again, the upside is I have this one open twice. The upside is pretty high. Logically speaking, we should keep going up. And actually, I'm also noticing that this whole stablecoin situation has been, turned right. Like the thumbs up has been given to the whole stablecoin situation. And that Bitcoin is actually getting so much attention from Grayscale and quite a lot of bigger companies, right? They're just focusing mostly on Bitcoin. What I find interesting, though, and that's again where the sponsor comes in here, is why not that many people are actually building things on Bitcoin, for example, but also why so many trust Ethereum with every single thing, and they're not really thinking about what Bitcoin's capabilities are, and why it's actually really a lot better than some might think. So here is Sovryn, all right? This, ladies and gentlemen, is really, really cool. And I'm not saying that because it's sponsored. It's actually because I checked it out and look at the freaking art. Your keys, your control. That is basically their philosophy, because it is a truly decentralized Bitcoin and trading lending platform. There's also a couple articles here. Look at this one. Sovryn raises $2.1 million and launches Bitcoin native DeFi platform on RSK. That is basically, of course, let's quickly actually check out the library here so you guys can officially see what this is all about. In the FAQ, by the way, everything is beautifully built if you're asking me. I personally really like it. Technical architecture, you can find what is RSK. RSK is a Bitcoin layer 2 sidechain that provides for smart contract functionality using Bitcoin as its native asset. I just pressed it away. RSK is the most permissionless and censorship-resistant Bitcoin sidechain, basically meaning that nobody has control over your money in that sense. It's not like just Coinbase where they can take away your money if they want, where the government can rule over you or anything like that. It's basically truly decentralized, right? And that's one part which I found really cool. So I also noticed myself now that they have a little trailer on YouTube, and I put the sound off because, man, it is freaking loud in my ears, and I want to talk you guys through it. But if you check it out, which I recommend you guys to do, it is so freaking amazing, this art. In a world controlled by the fiat lords, that's again the cool voice, centralized exchanges were inevitably corrupted. And again, basically their point being, they want to make sure that it is freaking decentralized. And oh my days, guys, do I like this. We want to kind of stay with Bitcoin, right? A lot of people like that stuff. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So it's just basically to the fact that it is truly decentralized. Another one here. Sovryn launches complete suite for Bitcoin DeFi on RSK. Basically, it's bringing DeFi to Bitcoin. At least that's the way that I see it. This is the future for DeFi, possibly. Not that many people are talking about it just quite yet, but I think it's going to be getting bigger and bigger. And I do think they might actually bring quite a lot of people over to Bitcoin sidechain here for DeFi specifically. Because yes, on that website, you have just the trading normally, the margin trading, for example, but also DeFi, you can basically get money on your money in a truly decentralized fashion, which you don't really see in a Bitcoin way that often. It is on Bitcoin instead of on Ethereum. That is crazy, my guys. But yeah, they want you to check out the Discord, and I also am in that Discord. It is looking pretty damn cool. They don't want you to put in huge sums of money, nothing like that. They just want you to check the platform out and give some feedback. So guys, check out the Discord. A link is down below. I truly think it is a very cool platform, all right? So check it out, and I'll see you over there. Then, why this financial strategist plans to stay away from Bitcoin for the next 12 months? I've been thinking about what we should do with our Bitcoin holdings now, by the way. Should we sell it right now and buy back cheaper? Well, I was thinking about this Sovryn whole situation for a little bit. I was like, man, maybe I should just put in my Bitcoin at some place where I can get a return on my Bitcoin, right? So I'm not really that dependent on Bitcoin going up or down because I'm basically getting a return in that currency, not specifically in US dollars. So as long as I would do that, it doesn't actually matter if I pull out of crypto because, okay, right, I might get myself 0.1%, or no, let's say 10% extra Bitcoin for selling and buying back cheaper. But in the end, if I try that and the price goes up like crazy, I'm going to hate myself. But if I go for something like DeFi, I could actually get a return on my Bitcoin without selling the Bitcoin, which is something I really admire to a certain degree. Then towards data science here, it was talking about the blockchain scalability problem and the raise for Visa-like transactional speeds. I was actually thinking about this whole problem for a little while where some people are actually underestimating Bitcoin in a certain sense. And to come back to this whole scenario of can it do both? Well, in a certain degree, it is not like Bitcoin is really the best for payments, right? As we all know, things like XRP or even Ethereum are literally better for payments, especially since Ethereum is going to be scaling up in that sense. But still, Bitcoin is number one. Bitcoin will most likely stay number one for quite a little while, and that is mostly due to the fact that it is just grandfathered in and because there's actually quite a lot of functionality that a lot of us on the lower end, people who are just using Bitcoin for just easy transactions and for making money possibly, are not seeing. There's actually quite a lot of stuff that you can build on Bitcoin, and actually quite a lot of stuff that has actually been built on there. But I would say that Bitcoin is, even though it's quite inefficient with the whole China mining, one really truly decentralized platform. And it is also properly regulated by the SEC, so that's also pretty nice. Then, too afraid to buy the dips, too much FOMO to resist buying the all-time highs. Many people are FOMOing into crypto right now. On the contrary, though, too many are waiting to buy the dips, and that's again the big question. Should you wait to buy the dip, or should you go in heavy right now? To that, I do not have an answer. I do not. But I am wondering, what would be the best choice? We're going to see really surely here. Then, Bitcoin's bubble could burst, warns Anthony Scaramucci, but he's still a mega bull. It's true, though. I mean, the bubble, quote-unquote, could burst. We could go down to 16,000 or so. We all know longer term we're going to be good for crypto, but short term, what's going to happen? It's pretty hard to say. $380 billion crypto exchange trade volume for December hit highest level on record. I just saw an article show that Binance actually hit $80 billion in one day, but this is what they did over a whole month or so. Well, actually, all these exchange volumes are never really true because it's actually most likely way higher. But then again, it also depends on how much wash trading you want to account for and all that type of stuff. So these dollar amounts, yeah, I'm not too worried about that. However, it's still pretty interesting though. Spot volume on crypto exchanges reached an all-time high in December, reaching $380 billion and eclipsing the previous high reported in January 2018. However, January 2021 here is already breaking records, and I think it's going to be really, really crazy very shortly. And then Rosenberg warns as Bitcoin fizzles. I'm also telling you guys, be careful. All right, a lot of people have posted warnings already of another crash coming in. It is possible. I'm not going to deny it. It is possible that we're going to be seeing a crash relatively shortly here. So I would say make some decision, but make sure you also have it in the back of your head that we can pump further, because I think at 50,000 is when most of the retail is going to come in. However, we could also from 34,000 now fall down, get a good correction, maybe 30% before continuing the gains, as I do think the bull run will extend. However, altcoins have pumped now a little bit and Bitcoin dominance has already gone down. It could also be that this is the switch where Bitcoin hits its high and altcoin season is now going to flourish or come around. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. That was it for today's video, guys. Make sure you press the like button, subscribe, and comment something down below. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Hopefully, you guys all enjoyed it.